This conference will now be recorded.
Changes to the agenda?
Make a motion to adopt the agenda?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt the agenda as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
July 15th.
I move to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the regular meeting minutes of July 15th, 2006. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, monthly financial report and accounts payable.
Once again, I don't think we see any surprises on here, at least Kim didn't tell me. Did we?
I got a question on that though. If you look at this tulip tree for 1045, but we approved 1195.
Oh, okay, so that was the latest payment. We're making 3 payments. And this was a payment that we made recently. The first payment was for, what did we say it was for?
1195.
1195. This
Okay,
was the second payment.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So that's what that is.
I'll make a motion to approve the accounts payable.
A motion and a second to approve the accounts payable for the month ending July 31st, 2026. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Public hearings.
Well, Brian, technically we can't start till 5:35
Okay,
because it's listed. So if it's okay with the EDA, we can move forward to 6B.
Okay.
Just to kind of let the EDA know, because the reason why we're having the meeting today rather than our normal Wednesday is a CETA celebration will be held on August 19th in Manorville, and you're all welcomed. I've sent invitations out to everybody. You're free to come. You don't have to come by any means, but it's the Riverside Park Pavilion. There'll be food and music, and if you've seen this park before, it's near the river and it's got art, a lot of art to look at. It's very neat to see. So yeah, I hope we can make it next Wednesday.
You gonna be there?
I'll be there. Yep. I might be grilling brats. Trying to make people sick. Don't eat the brats.
Yeah.
But that would take care of 6B.
okay. And do we need to let you know if we're going to be attending or just show up?
If you are, yeah, I suppose if you are, shoot me an email. So I'll be there. If you're not going to be there, you don't have to worry about it. Yep.
How many different towns are invited, or everybody that CETA is part of?
So it'll be like, I'm trying to think of Orinoco, Hayfield, Pine Island.
Chatfield in that?
No, Kenyon, Manorville, West Concord. Cannon Falls. Cannon Falls, yep. Did I say Orinoco?
If we respond to this invite,
Yep.
you'll get notice.
Yep. Rushford Village, not Rushford, Rushford Village, which is a unique situation.
Mhm.
It's a suburb of Rushford. Yes, it is. They're separate. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're connected.
Rushford Village pretty much almost encircles the city of Rushford.
And from what I've learned, they did not get along for, like the city of Rushford was not allowed to really expand because it was surrounded by Rushford Village.
You think you would want to combine that just for some taxing and funding and, yeah, I mean, I guess I did not know that.
Sounds like a vote.
Is that in Iowa? No, I'm joking.
5:35 yet?
Close enough.
Okay. We'll open the public hearing for the sale of 550 22nd Street.
Yeah, you kind of see a timeline here on June 17th. The EDA accepted the offer from P&K Graphics for $50,000 for that to purchase 550 22nd Street. On July 14th, I sent it to the Planning and Zoning Commission. They concluded that the sale of the land was in accordance with the city's comprehensive plan. On the 15th of July, we agreed to prorate the property taxes. P&K will pay $715.33. The quick claim deed, which was in the purchase agreement, which was signed by Paul, myself, and Lindsay this last week and notarized. And we as a city will pay the recording fee of $46 upon completion of the sale. I know. So we, yeah, and what will happen then, I wrote a resolution that I put in here for you to see, that if the EDA public hearing goes through, which I'm assuming since nobody's here, assuming it's going to go through and cross my fingers on it, that you'll take a look at the resolution, and I'll take that to the next city council meeting for hopeful approval, which isn't this week, but I think it's next week. Is it next week? Yep. So, yeah.
Here's a trivia question for you, Kurt. What's the property taxes on that for the whole year?
Last.
I mean, that's fine. I would. You know, Miranda?
700. Well, the total, yeah, I had. So the lot across the street, which are going to be much more, are 4,000. What is it? 4,164. So we agreed to prorate taxes, so he will pay the months of September, October, November, December, which equals $715. So that's 4 months, $715.
So 2,800 probably, 2,900?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last meeting, we moved to approve prorated taxes to add to the purchase agreement a cost of $715.33 for P&K to pay the city of Zumbrota. I don't know what that portion was, would be.
So that'll come off of.
That would be their payment.
Right, yep. So 4 months, 3, yeah, so you're looking at, we'll say $2,400.
So what do you need from us? A motion to approve the resolution?
Yeah, it's just, Ryan will
Probably gotta close.
close the public hearing.
All right. No comments from the public, so we will close the public hearing. To 6A, approval of resolution 202627.
So take a look at the resolution. If you feel there's something else that needs to go into the resolution that I missed, EDA require, it's resolution 2026-27. Please let me know. I think I got the dates right.
What?
Just-
Do we need to have anything in there about the taxes and, or anything?
It is on.
I think it's on the purchase agreement.
It's on the purchase agreement. This is just for the overall sale of the land.
I'll make a motion to approve a resolution 2026-27.
We have a motion and a second to approve the resolution 2026-27, which is the sale of land at 550th Street, 22nd Street, 550 22nd Street. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor?
Do we have to do a roll call on that? Because it's a resolution.
It's a resolution for the council.
Yes, it's not a resolution.
Oh, for us.
So,
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
absolutely.
We will have a council have to do that, right?
All right, again, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business, offer on 525 22nd Street.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. I got this offer last week. You can see it's from Daniel Johnson of Backwoods Metal, and I'm assuming all of you are familiar with Backwoods Metal is over by Countryside. So he's looking to obviously purchase the land to increase his current building size. So he made an offer for $94,500 for the property and intentions to purchase the lot, be to expand his local welding and metal fabrication business. His business has seen exceptional growth and he's eager to expand. Now, when we sold the current parcel of land, I think a lot of us were happy to sell that land because it's just a unique chunk of land with easement running through it. One thing I will say about this 3-acre parcel, it does get a lot of looks. It's been for sale since 2010, I believe. I myself, since I've been here, I've not got an offer on it. This is the first time I've gotten an offer. But we have it on what's called lowest, which is through the city, or excuse me, through the state, and it does get an enormous amount of looks, but nobody's jumped to it yet. I spoke to Bill Angerman. This lot, just like the other one, is going to take a lot of work to get the water retention correct. So when you drive, if you ever happen to drive over there, there's Midwest Livestock, there's a retention pond, and then there's our EDA lot. The lot is geared towards water will flow towards Tim Mack's land, which is not part of the city. So to get it correct, civil engineers would have to come in and they'd have to draw this up obviously before he would build anything. To get the land to either go into the current retention pond or put another retention pond down the southwest side of that parcel of land where that water would run into it there. Those are the two options. I'm not sure what they cost, but that's what Bill Angerman was talking about. So no matter what is done on this lot, this parcel of land, if he buys it, he'll have to get a civil engineer to draw the site plan, which is very common. And he would know that as well.
Does he know that though?
Assume so.
And I assume he has not submitted any plans of what he plans on doing. I mean,
No, he just said he planned to expand his workforce, at least a couple people, and put up a larger building is what he said at this point.
Out of curiosity, who owns the retention pond that exists there now?
Half of it is Midwest Livestock, and the other half is EDA, yeah.
On this property?
Yep.
Bill think that it could be used, that,
Yeah.
or would it be really hard to get it up enough to get it
He
there?
thought it
Flow?
I think they made that pond big enough to accept both of those Midwest Livestock and the, but like I said, it's going to take some.
Back at that time, I wonder if the rules have changed.
Well, I just spoke to him this week
Okay.
and he was,
He thought-
yeah.
Kurt, have you done any research on what other going prices are for commercial land
Yeah, but
in a town our size and a lot that size? I know we've been pretty competitive at 183.
yeah, this is a very good price. You look at a 3-acre parcel of land, and most of it is flat. If you've ever gone out there to see it, it does tail off at the bottom.
To the north.
To the west. I'm trying to get my bearings. West and south, it kind of tapers off a little bit. But as far as industrial land goes, $183,000 for 3 acres of land in this area is very good. But yeah,
How many acres in a square foot? I should know that, but I've been on a banking too long.
What was that?
How many square feet in an acre?
43,560.
43,060. Thank you.
Am I right, Bob?
You're correct.
Well, I just did it by acres.
Figure 580, thank you.
So 1.53 acres selling at 50,000 it's about 32,680 rounded to per acre. So if you take that on to 3 acres, that offer should be in a comparable setting, 98,000.
Okay.
Okay, but if we break it down by square foot, you hear stuff selling for $180 a square foot, 2 foot. That's why I wanted to break it down to square foot here too. So I'll do that, but I think it's important that we find out what kind of building he's going to build and what kind of value is going to go on that, and compare that to what P&K is putting up for building value. To have similar, if we're going to sell it for a similar price, the building value should be, commensurate too. I don't know.
But I mean, do we have any regulations? I mean, can they just slap up a mortar building? I mean, but we have to have some type of ordinances on commercial buildings.
So that's industry 1, is a zone out there. And so when you go out, if you ever take a look at Midwest Livestock's building, that's new. Midwest Fabrication out there is new. Kind of an idea of
Vincent.
what's allowed. You'd have to follow ordinances, building.
The new buildings, are they metal?
Midwest Livestock, I believe, is.
Storage?
Yeah,
Yeah. Those
so
are-
is Steve Johnson's building that he built is metal too. I mean, that's a Cadillac, building there, but he was using it for cleaning cars and stuff like that inside.
What about what he's putting up now?
I would assume that would be metal.
That's metal too.
Yeah. I
That's
would
wood,
assume
frame metal,
Metal.
yeah, like a pole building, but that's storage units. But yeah. I don't know. I think the price is too low. My personal opinion is on it. I think we can't really compare the P&K property to this one just because of the size and how it's kind of jammed in there, and this one's not. And like Kurt has said, we've had a lot of people, but I would also I'd still like to keep it local. I'd take any industry on, but if we have a local person. I do know a little bit about this company, so
Yeah, it's not like we want to sit on it forever either.
but you don't want to give it away. Because now if we get something down the road in 5-10 years, we have another lot or whatever. Well, you sold it for this. I don't know. Could we all write 5 different prices and, see what,
Price would be,
Exactly, it's an EDA, so that's something
I think something like that could be easy enough research that Kurt could go around to Pine Island and Plainview and see what he can get for comparables. You get a 2.7, you can do the math to kind of figure out what they got it listed, or so I don't know. Or do we just come back with a price and see what he says that we can agree on as a, that might be a good, call Brian Hagen 2.
So breaking it down to square footage, the P&K property is $1.33 per square foot at 50,000. So this particular property at that same price would need to sell for 173.8.
That's comparable to the P&K? Oh, wow.
At $1.33 per square foot, this property, the 3 acres is 130,680 square feet, which is 173.8 for a comparable price.
Right there's kind of the answer right there. We got
173.8. Pardon me?
how big was
1.53 acres or 30, I didn't write down the actual square footage, but
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So I can find comps in the area that would, it's tough because a lot of these are, like if you find them in Castor or something like that, they're just
But
I
I just think what Brian just did in the math, the P and K, I think we're all on the same page that this 3 acre land is more valuable.
Right.
So that $1.32 a square foot could easily go to $1.50, $1.60, which is even gonna put that price. So that
Higher than
180,
183.
so that 183, I still think is a good price just by the numbers that Brian did. But then, like what Bob said, how much longer do we
Yeah,
want
we
to sit
don't-
on it?
That's the key. No.
But here's another dilemma, which is a good dilemma. Once we sell this, we're out of lots commercially.
Mhm.
And I know I've always been an advocate that I don't want the city to get into the real estate market and using taxpayers to buy stuff, to sit on it for 10, 15 years. So, I mean, so, I mean, I would be.
What if we counter at the list price? Just give them some information saying, we've got comparable sales that we just approved. $1.33 a square foot. And that was for, how do I say that, inferior land or?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's-
P and K was $1.33 per square foot, like you said, right?
Yep,
And what is 183,000
I
per
have
square?
a different number though. There's 66,000 and 647 square feet in 1.53 acres.
yep.
Okay, and 50,000 is less than, it's 75 cents a square foot.
Okay, how did I screw that up? I mean, trust could verify.
So times,
So 1 point,
back here, times 130,000 square feet, 130,680 square feet in 3 acres, $98,038.
yeah, so 66,647.
Yeah.
Divided by a $50,000 sale price. Right?
50,000 divided by the 66. Right?
So it'd be less than $1.
Yep, it'd be less than $1.
Less than
So I did it the wrong way.
75 cents.
Yep.
Yeah.
So P and K, what would you say, Bob?
It's 75 cents a square foot. And if you take that times 130,680 square feet in 3 acres, that comes to about 98,000.
Oh, 39. Yep. That one, I did by the acre, and that makes sense. Since it's a straight up 3 acres, so I agree with
But
that.
that property is definitely more valuable
Yep.
from the standpoint of not all cut
Yep.
up and with that driveway and all that, you know, so.
4, 3, 5, 60 times 3, so we're at 130,000 square feet, that we kind of figured, 680.
Mhm.
So even if you did $1 a square foot, you're still at 130,000. But I was thinking coming in at 150, 160. I mean, and I don't, I mean, could you come back, I'll give you 130, well, I mean, but like you said, we're finally got it off our hands because we've been sitting on it, but I don't want to give it away at
We gotta get more taxes too, once he.
if and when.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
It's kind of give us a 3-year window on the purchase agreement to start building.
and my question, and hopefully he's done his research. Anytime you start moving dirt and doing stuff like that, that bill adds up quickly just to get it prepped and ready.
Yeah, if it's just a pond to control the water, that's one thing. If you have to put underground piping for, you know, they don't want any water running off land anymore. It's all gonna be contained, so. You know, we just wanna make sure he knows what he's getting into.
I mean, I'm okay at $140. I mean, we kind of met in the middle. I mean, I just think, like Kurt said, we've had a lot of interest. You know, we had couch truck trailers that was interested. It just wasn't quite big enough for what they need because what they do is they got,
Around and talking price and all of that.
No, they did all the research and engineering and what they needed for land to put their trailers.
Actually did offer, I think he offered $10,000 for both. I assume he was joking.
He was joking.
I wasn't laughing at all.
So if we countered at, so he basically offered us 50% of the list price. If we counter back at the median of that, which is 138,750, that's $1.06 per square foot.
Make it $1.40 and be done. My guess is he's probably gonna come back with another offer.
Mhm.
I mean, if he's serious. If he's not serious, well, there's too much to be done.
182,952, so you're at 183 at $1.40 square foot.
Yeah, he's offering 72 cents right now. Square foot, 72.3.
But what's the going rate, Brian, for commercial land?
Well,
square footage in
I
a
don't
smaller
know. I
town?
haven't really been in tune with it in the last 5 years, but I remember $1.80 to $2 a square foot.
For raw land?
Yep, yep.
In a small town too then?
That's the thing. I don't,
But let's just say it's a
but
buck
I
eighty in
remember
Rochester.
I remember when Jacobson did this development, that's what it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Back then?
Yeah.
2 years ago. No, I mean, I still think 140 is still a good buy.
I think it's in the market, and like you say, hopefully he'll counter, but
So I can contact him and first ask him what needs to be done for sure.
yeah,
To the-
what kind of expenses he's gonna have, what size building he might have.
And I would still ask somebody that's in that land business.
I would call Brian Hagen too. Just, I mean, he'll be, I mean, if you ever talk to him, well, you know. One quick question could be 20 minutes later. Yeah.
But I think it's one thing with this lot, if that pond can be used, I mean, that's an advantage.
Yeah,
So
huge.
that would save some money.
Money, yep.
Yeah, it's huge.
Mhm.
Bill Angerman, you know, to double check that too, Bill Angerman might be able to throw you a number from his hip too.
Oh, and price, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So should I wait to counter offer?
I would suggest that if you talk to some people and you feel like, about 40 is in the ballpark, you can counter, I don't know that we need to. How quick he wants to move, but
Mhm.
Contact you, BCC, and
Mhm.
email, and
Mhm.
will that work?
And I'm not sure if I would, me personally, would go much lower than $1.40.
Well, it depends on if he finds out that, you know, land in small communities is only selling for $1.20.
is there water and sewer out there?
Yeah.
Other hydrants are
You
out
can say he
Yeah,
needs
I
a
think there's
sewer.
one end of the road
He
too.
needs a pump grinder. One thing that does.
Oh. Yep.
I did his engineers.
because he has to pump high, he can't just gravity flow.
Yeah, so he will have to add that. That was one thing I do remember.
Similar to those along Jefferson. They had to install those as well. That's, what that time was about,
Excuse me.
is it 8,000, 15,000, I can't remember.
Yeah, how about
And
that?
when you do talk to him about what he thinks he needs to do out there, what he knows what's all involved. Ask him kind of what he thinks his timeline is, just out of curiosity.
I think it's probably worth that amount of money, but we really don't want to sit on it, and it's an existing business that wants to expand in our community, so I think we try to work with them too.
I'll be in contact with each of you once I get these questions answered.
I think that property is also pretty good size for what he really needs, because, you know, Bill Page,
Mhm.
you know, the building he had wasn't a big building. I would say Bill had a heck of a business going there, especially with the boss. I mean, and that's the same thing Quizner's doing now with the old dance studio and stuff is, I mean, if you watched it, he's had big old ABC trucks there. He's building big old storage units underneath. He's doing all ABC trucks, all their new ones, so.
How much should Bill have out there with the Vaseline is?
He had a nice sized lot, but the building wasn't very big. I mean,
Billy doesn't have
Yeah.
that big.
no. But didn't Bill do trailer sales too? And then he had boss, yeah.
He did.
But maybe that's what they plan on doing to offset that space and to generate some income. I mean, all of a sudden, it could be a U-Haul place, I mean, too, so
Mhm.
whatever you can do to, I don't know, I think 140 is fair. I mean, I think I'm okay with that. I'm not sure if I personally would agree going much lower. But the same thing Bob said,
What did we say, roughly 140 is how much per square feet?
$106, was it?
Something about 10.
Oh, you're saying 140 for the price?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were still at 140 per square foot,
Oh, no, for a price.
140,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd be okay. I mean, like I said, I'm not sure if I'd go much lower.
Dollar.
no, now I agree with you.
Yeah,
I thought you were still wanting to be in that 180 to
No.
183 range.
no,
$1.07 a square.
Yep. Okay.
When he's talking bucks, he's talking. That's the
yeah,
Yeah,
way. He's got all that.
yeah.
I'm a little slow, but I caught on.
You bankers should know all the lingo.
So are we comfortable with a motion today for that? With the idea that you would back that up with additional research from a couple of other sources and a conversation with Dan?
So first off, does Dan know what he needs to do to the parcel of land to get it up to speed?
Yep. To get a building.
Find out what size of building he wants to put on there, and a timeline for the building. Look up some comp prices in the area. And let you know what the answers to those are. And then I'll say, is 140 still a good counter? And then I'll wait.
But what if they all come back and they're saying a good price is $170, 170,000? I mean, then are we still at that 140?
Personally, I don't think so. It's right person broke it too.
100% agree.
Get what it's worth.
And you
Although you don't move it.
So at this point, it sounds like we want to table this and gather
Let's get some more information
More
and then
information.
we kind of know where we kind of all are. But if we get some information and say 170 is still a good price or even 183 is a good price because it should go for 220.
I don't like these things. Like, sometimes you go 6 months. So what we could do is we get the information to communicate. So long.
100%, yeah.
Mhm,
Probably come back with a comment.
mhm. Anybody have any issues with?
If he accepted the counter, then we would vote at the next meeting.
Yep.
Yeah, so, okay.
Okay.
But like you said, it'd be interesting to see what he's done for his research, just
Mhm.
what it's gonna cost to put a lot in, put the footage in, to put a building in, even if it's Bill Page's size when he had a building there. I mean, you still got land prep and you still got gravel. You can have, I think you can have gravel.
Previous service, so he keeps gravel.
It'll have to be gravel. But I think, I mean, you'll have to come out 10, 12 feet from the buildings for concrete and stuff like that. But
Assuming Brian Howard too will say that this price.
Mhm,
He's in the game, you know?
mhm. But hopefully you could back it up by saying other smaller municipalities have recently sold for this price. I mean, he's going to find all sorts of commercial sales that are going to be $2 plus,
Mhm.
but that's not what we're selling.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Any other discussion on the sale of that property? All right, KB Apartments update.
I don't have an update other than
What you see is what you get.
Drive by it. As far as I know, it's still on the timeline for February.
They're still ahead of schedule.
Good.
Which, I mean, the weather's been,
Yeah.
for the most part, pretty good for when they needed it.
Good or bad in the construction since from,
I don't even think they worked on a couple of Fridays. I didn't see much activity,
Yeah.
so there's still.
Good.
And the tentative timeline is still like February that it would be up and rolling?
keys will be given to Bartman in February.
Is it just Andy now in that
I
business?
think so.
Yeah, he bought out Bob. So I think he changed the name a little bit. I know he changed the logo. I think it's KB, something instead of Keller Bartman apartment or whatever. But, yeah.
Interesting. All right, anything else? All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you, thanks, everybody.